Hey everybody, welcome back to the farm. We're going to do a quick hive check today. Hopefully get some honey. See how this goes.
I am looking for a few things since this is a new to us hive this year and new to beekeeping. I wanted to be sure that the hive was growing as it should
Well,
and had the correct amount of space,
there are
and
certainly some
that
frames on here.
possibly
Those
we
are
could
full
find
of
the
honey.
queen or brood. In this part of the video, I'm looking in the honey supers to see if they're full and what they look like. So they look pretty good, and these top medium supers are only extra honey that the bees won't have to have. But I want to be sure before I take honey for myself that the deep brood boxes towards the bottom of the hive do in fact have everything they need as far as honey is concerned, at least. So I'm looking through here just to see how much work they've done and to ascertain if there were any hive beetles or anything that would be concerning. I'm trying to pace myself as I go through the hive. I don't want to go fast and upset the bees any more than I am going to have to. But at the same time, I want to be efficient. In this medium super, I didn't see a lot of work. The bees had started to draw out some comb on that second super, but to be honest, I probably should have just left that one off. And here is something that I'm not really that happy with that I hope to change. I don't like the plastic queen excluder. I'm going to try to replace it with a metal one, which we have ordered, and I will hope to put it on this weekend. In this part of the video, I am looking through the top deep brood box just to see what kind of work the bees have done and how they have set up the hive. I'm relatively new at this, so this will be the first time that I'm really doing a deep dive into the hive. Unfortunately, I had a lot of work and I really wasn't able to get into the hive between 10 and 2, so it was a little late in the evening and all the bees were in the hive, which made it a little uncomfortable for them, but I tried to be as careful as possible, and they did make it back into the hive, no problem. I'll show you that at the end. Here I'm just cleaning up the hive a little bit and scraping off some extra propolis that was kind of sticky. I am going to show you a couple of the frames in here and the honey stores that the bees will have for later in the year. This was the first frame of the deep hive box that I pulled out that had brood on it, and I was pretty happy with the way that it looked. I did see some queen cups, but they didn't have anything in them, so I just continued on checking the rest of the hive. In this part of the video, I'm checking the deep hive box for brood. This is where the Queen of Hearts began laying, and everything looked a little wonky, I guess, as far as like the way they built out the frames and the spacing of it, but these came out of the original nuke boxes from the swarm that my friend at Waggle Dance caught and shared with me. So I went ahead and left them in there. There was plenty of room for the bees, so I didn't think it was much of a problem. I did feel a little bit bad here, like a bear invading their very sacred space, and they weren't very happy with me, but hopefully I won't have to do it again for some time. proud of the Queen of Hearts. Our colony has at least tripled in size by my guesstimation, which is pretty impressive. So looking at these frames, I saw plenty of brood and plenty of bees. My only concern was I didn't see a lot of bee bread. So if you have any notes on that, or if you could help me out on maybe why that is, or how I should help them if I can, put it down in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. And let's get on through the hive here and get this thing put back together. At this point, I really just wanted to get the hive back together. I had seen everything that I felt like I needed to see. It would have been nice if I would have seen the Queen of Hearts herself, but I saw that she was doing her work, and I was pretty worried that there were so many of the bees outside of the hive that possibly I had dropped her out or chased her out. So I wanted to get it back together with the least amount of harmed bees possible. So that's what I'm doing here. Thanks for coming along on my beekeeping journey. I really appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or any information that would be helpful, please feel free to comment below. I'll try to answer you guys as I can, and I'll try to read them all. I am super happy with the Queen of Hearts and her clan. They're pretty docile, and I have added at the end of this video some still pics so that you can have a better look at my frames, and maybe somebody has some understanding of the lack of bee bread, or maybe it is the right amount. I'm not really sure, but what can I do about it, and what do you guys think? I'm happy to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching.
Wow, the first taste of the Cariani bee honey. That stuff is amazing.
Wow.
Good job, baby.
Gosh, it tastes good. Awesome. Exciting.